In 1983, takeout Chinese cost $2.95. What would be the cost of that takeout Chinese in 2005 dollars? Round to the nearest cent. Use the CPI information given below. Okay, now, even if they didn't tell you that you needed CPI information, this is how you know that you need to use CPI. CPI, the Consumer Price Index, is used when we were comparing money across time. So we are given two different time units, 1983 and 2005. And we know we are comparing money, and to do that, we need CPI. So I have just given you labels for your proportion. So my right ratio will be 2005, my left ratio will be 1983. The numbers across the numerators will be dollars, and the numbers in the bottom will come from my CPI table. So if we start this, you see that in 1983 it cost $2.95. So $2.95 goes here. What's the CPI in 1983? Well, there you go. So 99.6. Now we're trying to find what it is in 2005 dollars, which means our unknown value is the dollars of 2005, while 2005 CPI is 195.3. So now I have a nice proportion, and I am ready to cross multiply. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this over here so that I can show you and have all the work here. Okay, so to do cross multiplication with proportions, right, denominator of one ratio times the numerator of the other. So I will have 99.6x equals, and when I multiply 195 3/10 times $2.95, I come up with 576 and 135 thousandths. Now it's super important that you don't round until the very end. You want to keep your decimals as long as possible. You only round in your final step. So our equal sign splits this in two, and we will now divide both sides by 99.6 because that reduces down to 1, and I have 1x. So when I take 576.135 divided by 99.6, I get 5.784. And remember, we're talking about money. Money rounds to the nearest penny. That's 2 decimal places. So I look one past at the 4, 4 rounds down. So my final answer is $5.78. So in 2005, that same Chinese takeout would cost $5.78.